This video is useful for everyone. If you're a beginner, this is perfect because you will get this sequence and remove the tension in your muscles and ligaments, and also be able to understand the mechanism of active elongation of the muscles. And if you already a split practitioner, this is a perfect sequence. I really like it and I use it myself every time I need to quickly prepare for the yoga split and know that I'm doing it safely, because it warms up the right muscles, it activates the right chain of the muscles, which is very important, and helps you to make this beautiful and deep front split. So when you're ready, grab your mat and let's begin. So we are starting in the downward facing dog pose because it's an extremely perfect one. And remember that we are going to keep each pose for 1 minute. Okay, so when you're ready, raise with your hips to the top and put your hands down. Remember about the perfect alignment. The more perfect alignment you have, then more benefits and faster benefits you will get from this pose. Don't worry if you're a beginner, it's also useful. First of all, because you didn't do this pose at all, so you couldn't get these benefits, and believe me that very soon your body will adapt to this position and you will feel it totally different. So extend your arms, ensure that your hands are under your shoulders, not literally, not perpendicularly to the floor, but are forming one line with the shoulders, and your feet are forming one line with the hips. So it is extremely important. You shouldn't open your hands or feet more than your shoulders or your hips, but also do not close it too much. So you can give this stability in your scapulars and in your legs. Let's stay here. I would recommend to stay in this pose in static position, so don't do it dynamically, don't try to make some waving movements, and just try to bring your heels to the mat. Remove the weight from your wrists. So do this perfect pose. Try to elongate your spine even more in inhalation and exhalation. Let go of anything which no longer serves you. Let's stay here for a couple of breaths more, and then we'll pass to the next pose, which is not less effective. I think that's one of the most extreme poses we are going to use here, but it really helps to elongate your muscles, to warm up your legs muscles. Ready, steady, go. Inhale, we are going to bring the right foot between the hands. You're entering in Alanasana. Inhale, bring your arms to the top. Look forward. Outstretch the left leg perfectly, so it means that you should extend your knee perfectly. We are doing great. Strong with your hips, strong with your legs. We try to resist for 1 minute. Remember, if your arms are tired or you feel like all the blood is going away from your hands and you stopped feeling them after a while, you can all the time bring them in Anjali Mudra in front of your chest. Stay strong with your legs, breathe. I know it's not easy. Try to focus on something else, not all the weight of your body on your legs. So just focus on how useful this pose is, because we are going to train our legs, our postural muscles, our arms, our shoulders, our resistance. Let's breathe. 10, 9, resist. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, strong with legs. 2, 1, beautifully done. Extend the arms to the top if you're keeping them in Anjali Mudra, and then put the hands on the mat. Exhale. Inhale, elongate your spine. You did great. And exhaling, return into the downward facing dog. Nice. Let's exchange the leg. Inhale, left leg to the top and then bring it between the hands. Outstretch the right leg. Put your hips in the right position and then inhale, lift your arms to the top. The palms are looking at each other. The fingers are spread. Remember about the right leg alignment. So stretch that leg. Feel that the weight of the body is distributing equally between two legs. That's extremely important. Remember that you are strong, you can do it. Again, focus on the benefits of the pose. Don't think of anything else. It's not hard. If you do this pose for the first time or you didn't do it for a while, remember that your body and your mind is trying to resist and change, but you can do this. You are strong. Let's remain here for 10, 9. You can all the time bring your hands in Anjali Mudra. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nicely done. Let's put the hands on the mat. Inhaling, outstretch the spine. Exhaling. Let's return into the downward facing dog. You can take a couple of breaths here to relax your mind and your body. Otherwise, we are following our sequence further. We are going to bring the right leg between the hands and enter the Crescent moon pose. So it's important to follow the right alignment. So remember that you shouldn't square your legs. You have to bring the left knee as far as possible and also try to bring the hips in the same line with the right knee and the left knee. Here we're inhaling, Anjali Mudra, breathe into the top and try to resist in this beautiful pose for 1 minute. On each exhalation, go deeper with your hips and release the tension in your hips, in your legs. Then on the inhalation, arch your back even more. Bring your heart to the top. Open your chest. Point your fingers to the wall behind. You are doing great. Resist. I know that it's not easy, but try to resist. Try to keep this pose because you will see all the benefits afterwards. Again, also here, if your arms are tired, bring them to the chest. A couple of breaths more. We are almost in the end of the practice. Inhale and exhale. Good. Then put the hands on the mat, point your feet and return into the downward facing dog. Exhale. Bring down your leg. I all the time suggest this transition, 3-leg dog and then downward facing dog, so you can all the time see that your leg is extended to the sky every time more. So with each pose, you extend it a little bit more. Let's bring the left leg to the top and then the left foot between the hands. We are entering into the Crescent moon. Again, here, ensure that your legs stay in the right position. In the end, bring the arms to the top, arch your back, and let's take a lot of breath here to complete our 1 minute session, or about 1 minute. But let's try to not do it like 30 seconds because 30 seconds is really not enough. Exhale, go down with your hips, strong with your legs. Arch your back. Inhale and exhale. Also here, if you feel that all the blood went away from your arms, bring it to the heart. Breathe. You are doing great. Try to rotate your hips, strong with everything. Now or never. You are that nice people I love to practice with. Thank you so much for participating to this video. Remember, that is extremely useful. Remember to resist 1 minute. That is lovely sequence. Also to, remove all the stiffness in your legs after, for example, a working day, if you work at the desk, or running or driving your car for a long period. Good. Inhale, exhale the hands on the mat, elongate your spine. Exhaling, come back into the downward facing dog. Nice. From this pose we are going to do a little bit more. So we are going to bring the right leg all the time to the top, and now the right hand leg goes from the right side of the right hand. Good, good, good. I try to rotate the hip so the left hip is not falling to the left, so we are trying to keep it in line. Then when you are ready, and if you can, I'm sure you can, or you will be able to very soon, put your elbows on the mat. Try to extend the spine. Bring your heel in line with elbows. And stay here, strong with your abdomen, strong with your chest muscles, strong with your arms, strong with your brain muscles, also your mind. And now if you can, point your left foot and detach the knee. Ideally, we would need to keep this pose for 1 minute. However, let's do what we can, but stay at least 30 seconds in this pose after you stayed already in the pose on your knee. Let's breathe and breathe out. I know it's hard, it's really not easy. Try to let go of the tension on the right side of your body, so your leg, your hip. Let it go. Now pay attention on the left side of your body, and then let go of the tension. Again to the right side, let go of the tension. To the left side, let go of the tension. Beautiful. Still 5 seconds. I know you are strong, you can do it. Elongate still a little bit your spine. Then inhale, put the hands on the mat, outstretch your spine, and let's return. Inhale and exhale into the downward facing dog. Nicely done, guys and girls. Let's exchange the leg. Let's bring the left leg to the top and the left foot outside of your left hand. Drop your right knee. Outstretch the spine, find this beautiful position. You can do it, I believe in you. When you're ready, exhaling, put your elbows on the mat. Also here, remember that the elbows are in line with the heel, so if it's not in line, you have to bring your heel forward, not the elbows backward. Remain here. Also here, try to not drop the right thigh. When you're ready, point your foot, right foot, and so bring the right knee up. Let's resist. I know you're strong. We can do it. Remember that on inhalation, we are extending the spine. On the exhalation, we are just trying to let go of the tension of the left side of our body, and then the right one. So the left leg first, let go of the tension in the thigh, on the hamstring. No, not easy. Extend your leg, extend your spine, breathe. Still 10 seconds, you can do it. Strong with your abdomen, strong with your mind. Not easy pose, but very effective. Still 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's put the hands on the mat and let's come back into the downward facing dog. Now we'll just do the pigeon pose, which is a little bit easier than the lizard one, which we previously did. So let's bring the right leg to the top, flex the knee, and bring the right knee between the hands. Let's sit. Also here the hips are squared. Find the lovely position. I recommend to bring your shin a little bit forward as much as you can. The knee alignment is correct under the hip, but I put it a little bit outward for the stability, but if you can keep it in line, it's also great. Also the left heel is following the line of the left hip. So here we inhale, bring the arms to the top. Let's do this test. If you are stable in this pose, it means that our alignment is correct from the balance point of view. And exhale. Let's go down and drop your head on your hands. And here we are going to let go of the tension in the right leg. Inhale and exhale. Let it go. Remember, even you see me laying, it doesn't mean that the muscles are relaxed. So the abdomen muscles are activated. Also the leg, also the left one. So like this, you keep the position and the correct posture. And then getting the maximum benefits and arriving to the split faster. So this will be one more pose, the half split, from where we are going to do the split. So just to tell you that I didn't warm up previously. Now we will see where I will arrive to. So I did it on purpose to show you that this is effective practice and what to do in case you are stuck somewhere in the split. So that would be very useful for you to see it really, how it made in the real time. Inhale, bring the hands on the mat, and then let's grab with the left hand the left foot and let's bring it as closer to the hip possible. The left elbow looks toward the sky. Yeah, we need to elongate also the quadricep. There is another pose for that, it's called Supta Virasana. It is extremely nice to elongate that quadricep. I know that sometimes you struggle with it because it's very tight, especially if you are doing a lot of squats, running, hiking, and you're actually very active physically, and especially the sports which require the legs. Usage like extreme legs usage, I mean CrossFit, for example, when you're doing a lot of squats, or running, horse riding, bicycling, etc. Okay, let's come back to the downward facing dog. Inhale, bring the right leg to the top and the right leg down. Inhale, the left leg to the top, flex the knee and bring the left knee between the hands. Again, here sit nicely and close the hips. Bring the thigh and the shin bone as further as you can. Your thighs are equally spread on the mat. Then exhaling, go down and lay down here. Let go anything which no longer serves you. Remember that this is a beautiful place to be, and that you just need to relax and let go of anything which no longer serves us. Breathe. remember about your muscles activation, so you have to be active with muscles, and we have to stay in this pose at least 30 seconds. I, of course, advise you to stay even up to 3 minutes in each of these poses. That would be the most useful outcome, I think. But, I mean, already starting from 1 minute, it's a good thing. Inhale, put the hands on the mat, go up, and slowly, nicely pick your foot. Bring your right elbow up and bring the heel to the glute, if you can. Of course, do what you can. Remember, with time, all the muscles are getting the shape we desire. We just need to insist a little bit every time. I mean, we shouldn't, of course, go against all the tensions and especially the pain, no, but a little bit of movement more, of some lovely stretches more is all the time beneficial. Okay, put the right foot on the mat and let's go into the downward facing dog. Nice. From here we are going to outstretch the legs for the last time in downward facing dog. Outstretch all the spine and then inhale, drop the knees on the mat and bring the right foot between the hands. Remember that the hips are staying on top of the left knee. So outstretch the leg. Also here I recommend to stay in static pose, and if you can go down and just stay closer. You can also to bring your hands further and to bring your abdomen closer to your thigh and just let go of any tension. I know it's not easy, but do what you can. Outstretch your spine. Nice, 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 nice. We have to resist 1 minute in this pose, more or less. Not less than 30 seconds, otherwise you will not get this result. Your muscles won't be just ready for the split, and you would feel like additional pain, and this practice would be not like useless completely. No, of course you will get benefits. Of course, over time your split will improve. However, you would not get that result which I put in mind today. Okay, let's go and change the leg. Let's bring the left one forward. Let's extend the left knee. Outstretch the spine. Correct the alignment of the hips if needed. You can go down. I prefer to outstretch the arms forward, and when you are stretching the arms forward, remember about your shoulders, so they shouldn't go forward, they're actually staying away from the ears, and you are going down closer to your leg, extending the spine, letting go of this tension. I know it's not easy pose, it's not easy one, it's really one of the toughest one, I think. Also lizard pose is not easy, but this is really stretches a lot, and you should avoid these passive stretches if you can. That would be very nice. So try to keep your leg activated. If you are tired in this pose, take a break and then come back. Okay, a couple more breaths here, and then we are starting to perform the front splits. Good. Elongate your spine. Let's return into the pose, which is cat pose or Majjaryasana or quadruped pose, and from there we are going to go into the split. Remember, take your time. It's not the goal to immediately put your hips down to the mat. It's a goal to avoid the pain. That is the goal of this practice, and I created it for this purpose for you. Okay, so let's put the right leg forward and slowly, nicely go. Slide with your right leg forward and with your left knee backward. You can also put the socks if you need. I also go slowly, nicely. Remember that you can use other videos in my course to improve your splits. This we are doing for the people who are already able to do the splits. If that is still far away from you, you can stop this video on the half split, the previous pose which we did. Otherwise, go and try to sit down and stay, be nice. Yes, also here we would need to stay 1 minute. Try to drop the left hip, close it. You can also point your left foot and go further into the split. Sit, open. And when you're tired, you can change the leg. Or when you start to feel pain, so come back and change the leg. Also here we are starting slow and nice. Remember that gravity does its own work. We need to activate our muscles and keep breathing and letting go of the tensions. Okay, when you're ready, slide with the left foot forward and with the right knee backward. Here again, give possibility to your body to get used to this position, especially because we used to enter the split a bit in different way, more when like we used to first use the blocks and we go and do this very nice angle split. Readjust your pose when you need. Remember that you can put also the socks. Sit comfortably, try to bring your shoulders on top of your hips. 5, still breathe. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And let's return into the cat pose, and then from here we sit. And it was very lovely practice. Thank you so much for being here with me. And I hope to see you next. Have a lovely day. Namaste.